welcome to 1/6 Scale. Hope you're having an awesome day and welcome to 2024. I can't believe it's 2024. Last year went by so fast, but it was an awesome year in general, and it was also a great year here on my channel. Last year I made a video on how to make these Barbie sweaters from socks, and it was my most popular video on my channel. It got the most views, the most likes and comments. And a lot of you really enjoyed making these sweaters, so I thought I'd do kind of like a year-end review and show you all the sweaters that I made. I made 35 sweaters last year, so that was a lot of sweater making. I also have a few different ways to make the sweaters, different ideas and suggestions. It's the same tutorial, just a couple of different variations on how to make them. Before I start, I'd like to give another shout out to another Barbie YouTube channel, and it's Small Plastic World. She posted a couple videos on some sweaters that she made following my YouTube tutorial, and she made some Halloween sweaters and then some Christmas sweaters. And she also mentioned my channel in her video, and then she also posted a link to my sweater video. So I thought that was really nice of her, and I just want to say thank you, and I really appreciate it. So definitely go check out her channel and subscribe, and she also has a lot of great Barbie content. So I have 12 Barbie Looks dolls, and then I made a sweater for each of the dolls for each month of the year. So January, February, like all the way through to the end of the year. And I posted a picture on Instagram, each doll on the sweater for each month. And if you follow me on my Instagram account, it's 1/6 Scale Dolls, and you can see all of the pictures that I posted each month. So this is the sweater for January, and it's blue with a snowflake because it's winter in January. And this one I also made a matching hat with it. And then for February, for Valentine's, I made a sweater with some pink hearts. And then for March, it was St. Patrick's Day, so I made this sweater with some shamrocks on it. And then for April, I made this sweater, and I wanted to make an Easter sweater because Easter is in April, but I couldn't find a sock for Easter, so I found this sock at the dollar store. It has cassette tapes on it. I thought it was really cute. I had troubles finding an adult-sized Easter sock. I found them in children's size and baby size, but I couldn't find any in the adult size. And for the month of May, I made this cute little sweater with the word Cool Mom on it for Mother's Day. And then June was Father's Day, so I found this really cute sock, and it says Totally Awesome Dad. And then July was Canada Day, and I live in Canada, so I definitely had to celebrate Canada Day. So I made this sweater with the Canada maple leaves all over the sweater. And then for August, I found this really cute sweater, and it has some pink flamingos on it, and I thought it was perfect because in August is the summer, so I thought that would be really cute as like a beach sweater. And then September, I made this sweater, and I was looking for a sweater with fall leaves, like the orange and brown and gold colors, and I couldn't find a sock like that, but I found this one with the two-tone beige brown bear. It's a nice thick warm sweater, so I thought it'd be really cute for the fall. For September. And then for October, I made this sweater Trick or Treat for Halloween with the Reese's Pieces on it. And this one I made a little longer, so you can make these sweaters longer. You can make them like a dress if you like. You can actually go longer depending on how long the sock is. And then I also made this one for Canada Day, and this is another longer one that's more like a dress. And then I also made this sweater for November, and it's made from a work sock, and then it also has a matching hat with a pom-pom. And on the front, it has a logo of Roots. And to make the Roots logo, I used some vinyl from the Dollar Tree and then printed it out on my Cricut machine. And then the vinyl's sticky, so it can just stick onto the fabric, but I used some glue to glue it on. And then you can also decorate them with, this is an iron-on vinyl, so you could use the regular vinyl and then just glue it on. And then you could use the iron-on vinyl, and it irons on really nicely onto the sock material. And then for December, I made this really cute little Christmas sweater. And I also love Wonder Woman, so I made this Wonder Woman sweater for my mini-me. Another way to make these sweaters is to make the waistband different and also the cuff. So for the original sweater on the tutorial, we used a pair of socks and made the sweater, and then we used the band of the sock to make the waistband for the sweater. But for this one, I'm using one whole sock to make the sweater, and I'm going to make the waistband and the sleeves a little different. So I'm using a piece of the sock material, and then I'm just going to cut a piece of that material off and then fold it, and then you could sew it on the bottom of the sweater for a waistband, and then you could also sew it on the sleeve to make a cuff. You can also buy some plain colored socks and use them for the waistbands and the cuffs. And so you'd make your sweater, and then you would just use this sock and cut off your piece for your waistband and the piece for your cuff. So you can buy a few pairs of socks of just the plain colors, and then you can use them to make your sweaters. And then for the Christmas sweaters, you could buy like a red sock and a green sock, and then you could use those socks to cut the parts for the waistband and also the cuffs. And then you can also make matching sweaters for the Barbie and the Ken, and I used a sock size 7 to 12, so I made the sweater the size that I would for the Ken doll, and then I made one for the Barbie with the same size sock. And that's a way that you can make matching sweaters for your Barbies and your Kens. And then here's some more sweaters that I made. These are all Christmas sweaters, and the Christmas sweaters are definitely the most popular when making these. You can make so many different types of Christmas sweaters. And then I made these sweaters just from different types of socks. I like this one I made for Breast Cancer Month, and then this Halloween one's really cute. It has the pumpkin face on one side, and then it has a different pumpkin face on the other side. And then here's a few more that I made. I also made some Canada Day sweaters, and you can also make them neutral colors, so black and gray. You don't have to have them with patterns. It's nice to have some neutral tones. There's another Canada Day sweater, and these were all the Ken sweaters that I made for the holidays. And this sweater I sewed on the sewing machine. On my tutorial, I sewed everything by needle and thread by hand, but I thought I'd try one on the sewing machine, so this one is the only one that I sewed on the machine. It turned out really well. It's really well made. You can see that it's been sewn up on the machine. And then for the waistband and the cuff, I just use extra fabric from the sock. So you can sew them on the sewing machine. A little tricky because the fabric tends to roll up, and then sometimes some of the fabric, sock fabric, will have these little threads in there, and they might get caught in the machine. But you can sew them on the sewing machine, and then you can also sew them by hand. I made all these sweaters last year in 2023, so for this year, for 2024, I definitely have some new changes that I want to make for the channel. I definitely want to do more DIY videos. I really love crafting, and I'm an adult Barbie collector, so I put the two things together, and it's really fun to make things in the 1/6 scale. These 12 Barbie Looks dolls are the only ones I have in my collection. There's 6 more, and I think there's one special edition one. So I definitely would like to get those this year to add to my collection. And I really like the dolls that have the realistic facial features. I think that's why I like the Barbie Looks dolls. And I do a lot of thrift shopping, so lately I've found a lot of celebrity dolls at the thrift stores, and they have a lot of realistic facial features. They kind of make them to look like the celebrities. So I made a video last year rescuing Barbie Extra number 3, and it's a doll that I found at a thrift store. And then I cleaned it up and I redressed it, and then I also made a little fur coat for it as a DIY. So I wanted to do something similar to that, just clean them up, rebody them on articulated or made to move bodies, and then also redress them and maybe do some hair reroots. That's also something that I wanted to try. Hair rooting is a little scary, but I definitely want to give it a try. And then last year I also renovated a dollhouse, and this is actually the living room of the dollhouse that I renovated, and I really had a lot of fun doing it. It was a dollhouse that I found at a thrift store, and then I completely renovated it, and I kind of made it like an industrial loft type of style, so this is how it looks. And then for the fall, I decorated the living room and the bedroom, and then for the winter, of course, for Christmas, I decorated the entire house, and here's the living room and the bedroom decorated. And then even for New Year's Eve, I decided to decorate the living room, and the Mini-Me's had their first New Year's Eve party in the mini mansion. And I'd also like to decorate a new dollhouse this year, but the new dollhouse will have a different theme. So those are some ideas that I have going forward for this channel for 2024. And if you have any ideas or suggestions, things you'd like to see, or some DIYs and crafts that you'd like me to make, please leave a comment down below. I will definitely try to do my best. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you, and I really enjoy reading all of your comments. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Thanks for watching and have a great day. See you next time.